Hey, what's up, kibbles and bits and bits and bits? Let's talk about this banana colored spaceship, and that is Jhiaxus or Jhiaxus. I don't really know the character that well, and he is souped up using double six gun. Now, you may have seen this in the shorts preview video. Now, this is the tutorial. I had mentioned this in the preview before, but this was recommended to me by super duper talented Instagram artist Michael Lombardi. I had shared the Zatar weaponized Jhiaxus on Insta, and he saw it, and he said it was really nice, and he said some great things, but he was like, hey, another guy that goes really well with Jhiaxus is six gun, and I hadn't thought about it. And after I gave it a little bit of thought, I was like, dude, you're absolutely right. The yellows, the reds, and the whites are really going to play well with one another, including the greens as well. Because, man, I have all the saliva right now. Because the green complements red. And so I think it looks great. And you can see there's green right in there, his little whatever shoulder thingy. So we have the reds, the greens, the yellows, the whites. And dude, it looks all gravy. Looks all gravy, super smooth. I'm really, really digging this. And similar to the other build, I have these wings propped up over here to keep his arms kind of like spread out just because he's bearing too much weight over there. I created this guy in one evening, but I made the finishing touches about like 5 minutes ago. I had the shoulders oriented a little bit different. More or less, basically, I had them flip the other way, and ultimately, I thought this looked cooler. And I had the red tips originally pointed down here, but I don't know. I wanted to keep more red up there, basically, because you can see in the middle, there's a bunch of yellow. And so I wanted to concentrate the red at the top and then concentrate the red at the bottom as well. So believe it or not, I think about these things actually in terms of like where all the color placement should be. And overall, I'm pretty pleased with how this came out. And he's extremely, extremely easy to make. I did a couple of new things, especially with the legs over here. To be fair, I'm not 100% sold on them, but it's okay. It's okay. And I do like the proportions. I think they're pretty cool. He cleans up pretty well on the back. And so, yeah, overall, like I'm pretty pleased. I'm pretty pleased with how this came out. And sorry, I'm really tired right now. It's after work, and I'm putting in that hustle, so we can get these videos up. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. And so, if you have a Jhiaxus, Jai Herbert, I don't know. I'm gonna call him Jhiaxus. And so, like G-axis. Oh, I like that. G-axis, like access for only G's. You know what I'm saying? G-axis, dude. I like that. And so we're going to look at our G right now. So the first thing you got to do is collapse the legs up. And that's pretty self-explanatory. Like you're going to put them in jet mode, but just kind of like spread them akimbo. Akimbo? Is that a real word? I think so. And so I'm going to go over how the shoulder parts are made. Just going to pop this off. Put homie to the side. Bring this up close and refocus Daniel-san. I heard a new season of like Karate Kid or Cobra Kai is coming out soon. I'm looking forward to watching that. I've been finding myself watching more and more TV recently, actually. Like I've been watching this thing called Westworld. I watched like America's Got Talent with my wife. Dude, she's a big fan of MasterChef Junior, so we've been binging that. Yeah. And I always try to copy like the way Gordon Ramsay talks and stuff. Like there was this kid who won named Nathan, and anytime he pronounced his name, he'd be like, Nathan. My girl cracks up. Yeah, my wife cracks up whenever I do that. But anyway, let me refocus this. Cool. So how this is made, this is just the top of the six gun chassis. You have that kind of bent 90 degrees or flip it 90 degrees. You just basically stick in one of the arms with the long gun attached into those ports. And on the inside, I have Jhiaxus's gun. And at the top, we just have the red tips. It's like that. And that peg on the inside is going to plug into his shoulder. And you do that for both sides. So easy enough, right? Easy enough to understand. Yeah. Y'all watch TV? What do you guys watch? Put in the comments. What are y'all binging? What's good? I haven't watched Breaking Bad. Everyone tells me that that's a show that I have to watch. And so like anytime I hear it and like people are like, oh, don't spoil it, even though it's a super old show because they said it's so worth watching. So I guess I got to check that out eventually. My friends always tell me to watch Game of Thrones because they always tell me that I remind them of Tyrion Lannister. I have no idea. I don't know. They always I was like, isn't that like Peter Dinklage, the small dude? And then they're like, yeah, but dude, he's like you. I'm like, really? And then they all laugh. I don't know. I think that I heard that dude's like super deceptive or something like that, right? Like he's conniving, and I'm like, I don't know if that's a good thing to be compared to homie, but I don't know. So in terms of the bottom part, so this is the torso of the six gun, and you see it's flipped upside down. These would be the other way. So you flip it 180 degrees. And so this would normally be like that, right? With that flip like this. And so you just turn that 90 degrees. And then you bring one of the waist pegs to the side. You plug in one of the legs like so. And then you just plug in another one of the legs on the bottom over here. Then that peg is going to plug into the back thruster. And that's it. That's it. You do it for both sides. You can see that over here. You see it's plugged in back over here. These are just the six gun hips. That's the torso upside down, leg plugged in here, leg plugged in here. And then you got the wings, the back part flipped down so that you can get the wings out there to support the arms. Let me just put them back here. And this is what it looks like when I don't have my glasses. Let me get the brightness up. So I wouldn't have to do all this auto-focusing and changing the brightness if my setup here was bright enough. But, I'm just at my office. This is at my office desk. And so, but whatever. This is how I get videos out. And this is how I get it efficient. Okay, here we go. Yeah, see, so without this, the arms would just kind of like sink down. And that's why I have to do that. But gravy train. Clean, huh? I like him. I hope you like him too. For some reason, it reminds me of like KFC or McDonald's or all those fast food things. It's probably the color, but also just kind of like banana-ish too. I think Timbo was the one who told me that he looks like a banana. I was cracking up. I was like, you're so right. And so, yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's been Jhiaxus, double six gunned up to weaponize, super rise, power super size, whatever it is. And so, yeah, thank you for watching. I'll catch y'all next time, okay? Bye.